Brace yourself. Quarter 4 is coming.
What's going on, guys? So quarter 4 is right around the corner. That is basically the end game, the end of the year where holidays are coming up. So all of these video games, the most popular ones like your Call of Duties and stuff that you're used to seeing every year, are coming out all at once, and they are ready to stuff your stocking. So this is going to be a great opportunity for me to talk about the 5 games that I'm still looking forward to at the end of 2015. And there are a few other ones that deserve an honorable mention too that I'll leave at the end of this, but this is my top 5, and I give you guys a homework assignment of putting your top 5 down in the comment section below, and maybe we'll find a couple sleepers worth mentioning maybe in another video. So, jump straight in, shall we? Number 5 is going to be a pretty interesting one, and this is very, very hard to gauge between the number 4 and 5 slot, but I gotta go with Halo 5 Guardians. The game is absolutely incredible. Having played it already, I had a whole lot of fun about it. Halo 5 is that savior type game. So many of the games nowadays come out and they're released with so many handicaps, so many crutches, so many easy kill methods. It's refreshing to have a game that is still casual while still being competitive at its core. Very few games like Counter-Strike are able to apply this method and still stay somewhat tactical and competitive, where skill actually triumphs over a little bit of luck or some off-balance kind of, weapons or something. It's going to be released on October 27th, 2015 for the Xbox One platform. It comes with 4-player co-op, which is pretty awesome for story, but it's also got a pretty roided out new adventure, if you will, for multiplayer. It's introducing Warzone, which is 24-player battles. Now, what's so unique with this is it's actually kind of a cool feature. I'm excited to see how this plays out. They're adding the AI element in, very similar to what we saw from Titanfall, but it's more promising, in my honest opinion, for Halo, because the creatures and the AI throughout the campaign are far more sophisticated and are more dangerous, if you will. So I'm very curious to see how PvPvE is going to play out in that game mode, and with 24 players involved, that's going to be a badass experience. So it's what we expect out of every Halo game, but there are some new things thrown in the mix. The competitive game types that I played were incredible. It was kind of had that CSGO feel, the waves, if you will, the rounds. That's exciting. Now, there is a pre-order bonus. If you do pre-order it, you get the loadout bonus and a custom skin, which is available for all pre-orders. There are unique exclusives for Amazon and GameStop. Amazon gives you an exclusive projection SMG with a long barrel. And for the winner, we have the GameStop one, which comes with a poster, the Spartan Lock armor set, and the Sentinel battle rifle with laser targeter in the Bloodthirst battle rifle skin. I also heavily recommend people to stay away from some of the larger versions of the game. Just get the base game for now. It looks like it is the more logical choice to go with. The digital editions don't seem much. It's not worth the extra $40 or $50 to get. And definitely on the terms of a little bit too much is the collector's edition, coming in with a $250 price tag USD. And it only comes with an exclusive statue of Master Chief and Spartan Lock, and that's $150 more expensive than the next closest edition that they have. So that's your call if you're big into collector's items. Moving on over to number 4, and what I consider the sleeper of the year is Fortnite. Now, this game is still yet to have a release date. We do know it's 2015, we know a beta is coming soon, and we know it's going to be extremely unique. Anyone that has had this game on their radar knows this game is going to be promising for a few different reasons. 1, it's a free-to-play. That's badass in just so many different ways, and I don't see this one to be a pay-to-win situation, so that's exciting. Now, this game is basically kind of your traditional survival game. They combine this game with basically, they compare it to TF2 meets Minecraft. What you do as your character, as your team, as your 4-player co-op, is you explore the land. You go into towns, you loot buildings, you take buildings apart, you take and scavenge all these materials to build your own fort, to defend against a horde of enemies known as the Storm. They come after you, consider them zombies, if you will. So imagine that you not only get to survive and fight off hordes and waves of zombies, you get to defend and build your own fort, castle, outhouse, whatever it is you want to set up. You build it and you protect it. You set it up, you line it up with your own traps, and you have all your friends defend this thing, which is extremely exciting because, well, how many of you guys are like, oh, hey, I can survive the zombie apocalypse? But now you get to build it and see if you can actually do it. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I want to see how that one pans out. Not to mention there's supposed to be a PvP version into it, and that's exciting too, because to me it's going to seem like a TF2 sort of game or a loadout sort of game, but it's going to have the building effects, so you get to not only be able to fight during the moment, you also get to defend and build areas to defend and protect your team. So it's going to have a whole lot of tactical elements to it. And that's easily why this game is snuck into my top 5 that I'm looking forward to this year. So if you've not seen any information on this, go do some research on it. You're going to love it for PC. They've also talked about eventually porting this over to console, and obviously it would be next gen, so we're excited to see if that ever turns into a thing. Now, moving over to number 3, we have Black Ops 3. Yep, you heard me, I said it. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I've been a fan of Treyarch. They've never done us wrong with the Black Ops series. They've slowly become more and more ambitious, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. I am quite scared. I have a lot of concerns about the game that I plan on putting in another video. If you guys want to stay tuned to that, I'll have that up here within a week or so. I have actually quite a few concerns with that game, but for the most part, I'm trusting them. I have faith that this game should be fun. Call of Duty is what Call of Duty is. It's a game that you can just carelessly play. You don't have to think. It doesn't have to be tactical. You just go shoot and do the things. And it's just sometimes cool to just relieve stress and do that kind of stuff. So that's exciting. Not to mention, if it ever does flop, you can always fall back into the zombies. Not to mention, they have some really, really cool things. They're redoing Der Riese with the giant map, which is exciting. I'm stoked for that. You got 4-player cooperative coming in right now, which is, well, pretty badass, to be honest. It's not the greatest thing. It's not going to be as exciting as the Halo campaign, to be my, fair, appointed, opinion on it. But it's going to be interesting. The multiplayer has a new movement system, new specialists, which are 9 different soldiers, a gunsmith feature that allows you to customize combinations for your guns, and even a camo designer where you get to fully pimp out your gun. Not just put an emblem on it, but pimp it out and make it look awesome. So with zombies, all these new features in there, this has definitely been one of the most ambitious Call of Duties to date, and I'm curious to see where they succeed and where they fail. Now, there are a few more pieces of important information you need to understand. Sony now has rights to Call of Duty, meaning the DLC will come out for PlayStation first this time around, which is also interesting because they have a beta for this Call of Duty as well. It is going to come out on August 19th, with plenty of time for them to fix any bugs they may come across. So that's exciting, but it's only released on the 19th for PlayStation 4 users. It will come out for PC and Xbox One. They just do not have a date for when it will be. My guess is probably a week or 2 after the beta is on PlayStation 4. So that's something worth mentioning. Another thing, and I normally don't really get into the special editions of this, but the $200 edition, the Deluxe Collector's Edition for Black Ops 3 is pretty badass. It comes with a coaster set and a mini fridge. Yeah, that's right, a mini fridge in the Juggernog. It's called the Juggernog Edition, but basically it's the Juggernog thing from Zombies, and it completely looks amazing. It holds 12 cans, and I'm not gonna lie, I pre-ordered it strictly for that. It's gonna be badass. It's got the sounds and lights to it for that are actually in-game sounds, and I'm stoked about that. The Inner Nerd came out for me for that one, so that's exciting. So again, PS exclusive, beta, zombies. I'm just getting a hardened edition thinking about it. So it's going to be pretty badass this time around. I'm excited and scared at the same time. Moving on over to number 2, and this was a close one for the fight for number 1, is Star Wars Battlefront. Coming out November 17th. It's on both next-gen consoles and PC. It does have cooperative missions that I believe you can play offline, but it also lacks campaign mode, which to some Star Wars fans is going to kind of upset them, but I mean, it's Battlefront. You're going to get what you pay for. It's going to be an awesome experience. There is split screen, which is awesome, so you can compete missions both independently or with bots, or even get a friend to play with you on split screen. The online multiplayer supports up to 40 players, which is big. That's one match. There's also 12 multiplayer maps available at launch. The Battle of Jakku is the first DLC coming for Star Wars Battlefront, which launches publicly on December 8th. Players who pre-order the game will receive the Battle of Jakku DLC a week earlier on December 1st, which is pretty unique. So in the end, it looks promising. There have been lots of people that have been scared about how this will work, especially with DICE's handling of Battlefield 4 launch. People are really scared about this. This has been the game that people really do not want messed up this year. So I'm, kind of on the fence. I'm giving it a try. I've already put in my pre-order. I'm really looking forward to seeing if this can actually bring back those memories and they can produce an awesome title. And I'm actually really, really stoked for this one, to be honest. And clearly there's one game that we have yet to mention, so you guys should obviously know what my number 1 pick is. It's guaranteed for anyone's top 5, Fallout 4. Now, there's no question as towards why this is. Pretty much any time an Elder Scrolls or a Fallout game is released, every other game and developer has an uphill battle for Game of the Year. These guys just sweep the category so many times. So they really have to try hard to fuck up. Fallout is an incredible franchise. Fallout 3 was one of the best games I've ever played. It's just a beautiful game. They've done so much to improve upon these things. Now, what we are lacking is a lot of information. They've been quite hush-hush about the game so far. What we know is very limited as towards where the locations are and everything like that, but it's a Fallout game. It's an IRPG. You're going to be able to play a lot. You're going to be able to have the free roam. You're going to be able to do things and customize and build and, you know, do all of that stuff while still having an awesome storyline in the mix. I'm excited to see where this one pans out. The basic edition of the game is plenty enough for anyone to be satisfied with. You're going to have hundreds of hours you can pump into this game, and it's one of the best games and franchises that you can get some of the best bang for your buck in. And that's why it's such a great game and a must-have in my honest opinion. With that, we do have the $60 version of the game, which is what I'm personally getting. There's also a $119.99 USD version of the game, the Pip-Boy edition, where it actually comes with a case and an actual Pip-Boy you can wear on your arm. To me, it seems kind of awesome, kind of interesting, but it's basically set and modified to store your smartphone. This game is going to be integrated with mobile technology, so you're going to be able to actually check out your information and see what you're doing and use it as if it was your actual Pip-Boy, so you can have it as a secondary screen, if you will. We've seen things like this from Destiny with their Vault and the mobile stuff they have. Lots of games are adding in these things. So I'm very, very curious to see how this is going to play out. I'm actually kind of excited for it. I'm like really excited for it, to be honest. So this year has a lot of promise still coming at the end of the year. I know my wallet's going to be hurting. Lots of other great titles are coming out, especially things we haven't seen for a while. Guitar Hero and Rock Band are coming back. For all those people, the nostalgia is real. Lots of great titles are coming out. Assassin's Creed. The list goes on. Another sleeper that is very, very interesting is No Man's Sky. So, like I said, a big year for 2015 in gaming. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. I did a lot of research and information while searching this up, so you guys didn't have to. I truly appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new here. Like I said, I've got some videos coming up on a few of these games, especially my thoughts on Black Ops 3 and the concerns I have with it, so I'll have that up in short time. But have a very good evening, guys, and I'll catch you around sometime.